Okay, this is actually going to be try number 3 here. I'm going to try to show you how to take apart and put back together a Gottlieb Decagon score reel. This is from a early 70s game called Hot Shot. The reason it's take number 3 has nothing to do with my ineptness as a score reel rebuilder. It has a lot more to do with my ineptness as a camera operator, and the last couple of videos were mostly pictures of my shoulder. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this all apart and clean it up, put it back together. There'll be a series of 3 videos, and the first one's going to be tear down, the second one will be clean up, and the third one will be put back together. I'm going to tear it down pretty far, and the reason I do that is what was in my first try at this. I took it apart and I found this little gem here. So typically, there's 16 score reels here. Typically I'll find 2 or 3 with bad something, a bad coil stop, certainly bad coil sleeves, and this one actually had a bad coil. So it's kind of a preemptive strike. Alright, so let's get down to it. First thing, tear down. I'm going to pop this E-clip off of here. Boom. I'm going to go into my to be cleaned. Pull off that wave washer too. This is my to be cleaned bin here. All that's going to get mean greened. I got my poor man's impact wrench. Zip this all apart. Peel back the circuit board. Notice it's very grungy in here. When I clean that up, I'm going to actually mean green it first and then sand it with 600 grit and alcohol. So I'm going to pull off this thrust washer, pull off this signal wheel. One thing that you'll notice is that there is this one doesn't have it quite as much as you normally see, but there's like a little magic marker on there. That's the way that when it goes back to you, it's supposed to be oriented towards that. Also, you'll note that there's a little tit on the molding here, and a little tiny tit there that the thing sits into. So between the 3 of those, you ought to put it back together right. Pull off that little gear, pull off the spring. Now here's something I like to do. I'm going to take and I'm going to remove one of these screws and tip these end of stroke switches out of the way so that I don't booger them up when I pull off that back, pull out the coil. I'm just going to pull that. Well, these I'm not going to wash because they are too small and I'll lose them. So these are 340 screws, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and put those in the already clean pile. Just a little bit of loosen here. Tip this whole mess out of the way. Now I can get at these last 2 screws without danger of hurting anything. Alright, now move this whole mess forward. Take another screwdriver and try to put it behind the coil sleeve. Just kind of push that out enough to clear the coil stop. Tie it up above the coil stop. Now the whole thing is kind of loosey-goosey in here. Give myself a little bit of room, maybe. The coil sleeve, that whole coil. Put my screwdriver underneath that, kind of pop it out. Once that plunger's out, you're home free. Boom, boom. Give this little tip and out. Pull off this thrust washer. Don't throw it on the floor like I did. And you are done. Looks like it was, I don't know how long that was.